Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Galloway and Isabel podcast. My name is Thomas Galloway. To my right,
Evan Isabel.
Across from me,
Barack.
Noah Galloway.
And
Bahar, you want to skip your last name?
Alright, how you guys doing today?
I'm doing great.
Alright, if you notice there's something I'm doing a little different. I feel like with a lot of people it's weird just like go around and asking everybody how they're doing individually.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel that.
You feel that? Okay. Alright, so today
I'm doing great. I crushed an exam yesterday, and I'm feeling incredible. So that's how I'm doing.
Okay, we're gonna bypass your format.
Okay, so today we're going to talk about a number of different things, but mostly the trolley problem, which is this thing in philosophy. We've kind of talked about it a little bit here, but to explain for the audience, where there's a trolley on a train track. I don't know really why they still call it a trolley, because it's basically a train. But it's going to go on the train track and kill 5 people who are tied up laying on the track. And you, as the bystander, have the opportunity to pull a lever and redirect the trolley to a different track so it only kills one person who's tied up. And so this is pretty common in like most intro philosophy classes where people talk about this quite a bit. And there's a lot of variations off of it that we'll get to as well. So we'll start with that and see what happens.
Right, let's do it.
All right, you guys go with that?
Sounds
Yeah.
good, bro.
Cool. Okay, so this podcast is obviously presented by Morning Bell Coffee Roasters. We don't have to go through the whole thing. People know.
People know that Morning Bell Coffee Roasters, good coffee.
Good coffee.
The
Drink it
best.
every morning,
The best.
every day,
Exactly.
every night.
Yeah. Every day and every night.
Every night before bed, best time.
Yeah.
The last time I went to Morning Bell was like probably a year and a half ago.
Well, you can't say that, bro. We're going to have to cut that out. Okay, so
We go there every day.
Every day.
I think... So basically, the first version of that, I pretty much explained all of it. Obviously, yeah, you have the ability to either do nothing and let it kill all the 5 people, or you physically do something and make it kill only one person but saving the 5 people. So what are you guys' first thoughts on this whole idea?
So my thoughts are like, you're doing something to kill someone.
Yeah.
So that's like already a dilemma.
Right.
You've got the dilemma of like, okay, if I don't do something, I'm gonna kill 5 people, or like 5 people are gonna die. But if I kill someone, I save 5 people. So it's like,
Yeah.
how do you weigh that?
Yeah, you kill someone or you just turn your head and act like you didn't see anything.
Exactly.
And you don't kill anyone. So it's like 0 versus 1, but it's actually 1 versus 5.
And let's talk about what would happen. Okay, so do we know the outcomes if someone dies? If either of them die, am I gonna be at fault for either of them?
How about your conscience, though? If you don't do anything, it means that you either killed 5 or like... Because
Yeah.
if you don't
Yeah.
do anything, it means that you're killing that 5.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, if you think you realize you have the opportunity to do something about it, and you sort of let it
I guess
happen.
if people are watching you make this decision, then yeah, you're killing 5 versus 1. But if it's just you just sitting out next to a tree and a bench,
Yeah.
then and nobody sees
Let's make
you,
it like that because
then
that's
it's
more
0 versus 1. But if everybody's watching you and if it's like a live event, they're recording you,
Then it's
Yeah.
then
obvious.
it's 5 versus 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think let's do can we make it so that this situation, no one's gonna know that you were involved in this. So it's no legal implications.
Yeah, well, okay, so before we do that variation, the legal implications that I looked up is basically that you are definitely, like, you do not have any justification to kill the 5 people legally. Because at that point, you're basically playing like God. Like, I'm making a decision that these 5 lives are worth more than this one life. Even if it seems like super objective, that's 5 versus 1, you can't really put a value on like, well, what if this one person create a cure to some disease?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you don't
Right.
you don't really have a justification to do something that would kill
Even though
someone.
I would prefer to save the person that's better. Like you
Yeah.
got
Right.
5 serial murderers, I would definitely be like, get those guys out of here.
Right. Yeah, morally, this is a really good discussion, but legally, I looked it up, and people were trying to come up with some defenses, and then actual lawyers were coming in and saying, okay, you guys have no defense here whatsoever.
You just killed someone.
And I'm
yeah.
thinking about like the type of person, like if it's 5 people or if it's a president. Not this president per se, but like a president.
Hey, president.
Because if
So-
it's this president, I
Then I'm
think
like,
we know what's
okay.
going to happen.
just let it happen.
Just
like,
let it happen.
It's okay.
You're like, can we
Also-
make it faster?
Yeah, I won't lose any sleep over that.
Am I gonna get arrested for saying that?
You will.
Fortunately, so far, super important people don't listen to this podcast.
Okay.
But ideally, we get to the point where you will be arrested.
Okay.
By
We'll get
saying
to,
that.
but hopefully he'll be like senile by that point.
Let's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
not make that worse.
Yeah, it's like a trade-off in economics. You get your show is famous, but you get arrested.
Because you're famous. And because
Exact-
people know what you're saying.
Yeah.
But we
Exactly.
never know. Maybe by that time he's the president of the United States.
Exactly.
That's a good point.
And then I'll get arrested.
Maybe he got
No.
another 4 round after his next 4 rounds. So
Wow. After his next
maybe,
4 rounds,
Yeah, maybe we change the law.
maybe we
Like,
he changes
gets
the law.
8 more years.
What if he gets
Sorry, not
16?
hours.
I think we
Is
are
it
going
hours?
away from the
I said
conversation. The conversation is not he's gonna become president or not, but what decision you gonna take? We're
What
gonna
decision?
save those 5 people or that one person.
Yeah, I think a lot of it comes down to the a lot of variables that we cannot take into account. So let's just say
But
no legal problem, and then like they're all the same person. Maybe all
Yeah.
twins.
That's definitely like the most effective way to go about that is to like assume that.
Mhm.
Then the more interesting version is like then breaking it down and to say like the one person is could be more important. Like they're a really promising 16-year-old who could be doing great things. Like
But
they
you
don't-
never know. You
Exact-
never know. And what I think is like every life matters. So over that side there are 5 lives, and over this side there's 1 life, and we don't know what those 5 are and what this one is. You know.
Yeah.
So for me, I'll go and like turn the buckle or whatever handle, pull the handle, and like get that one killed because
Get that one kill.
But like,
I would probably kill him before he gets crushed by the train because it's gonna hurt really bad.
Oh, that's
I would
fair.
probably
Right.
shoot
You're
him.
gonna be like.
I would probably shoot him from. because you're either killing 5 or 1. It's like
It's easier to take one out.
even for so if you look at this, if you're killing 1 person means you're saving 5, but also you'll get less charges on you.
But the thing with
because
the
it's
5
only one
one.
person.
But the thing with the
But-
5 one is you're not killing them because
Yeah.
you're just not making a decision.
Yep. It's like the train is already going to kill
Okay.
those 5 person, and now you are like, now
Yeah.
you are on that situation, and now you're like, oh, I have to decide now.
Yeah.
I
whether
thought
I
you're
should-
supposed to be forced to make the decision.
No, there's like it's already gonna kill the 5 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It-
now you are there.
can make this choice to kill 1 instead of those 5.
Yeah.
Right. Otherwise, you're just
Okay.
letting it happen. And
Yeah.
like
Right.
they talk about like in philosophy, like kill or let die.
Yeah.
Kill
So it's
them.
like if you save those 5 people and like let that one kill, now your instincts will be like, oh, I'm a murderer now, because of me, I initiated the action which let that person die. But
Yeah.
if you don't do anything, it's like the train is just going, and it's gonna kill those 5 people, and you're gonna save yourself by being called a murderer. If even nobody watches you, but from inside
You feel the conscious.
even you save those 5 person, but you murdered 1 person.
Right.
Question. Those 5 people are tied up over there
And the one person.
And they are all forced to stay there?
Yeah, they're all like tied up there, and the one person. So everybody has. You can't be like, "Hey, get up!" Like or get off the track.
I was
like,
looking at this. If they're not, I mean, maybe they have done something that they deserve to be tied up over there.
yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
I mean,
Yeah, I thought about that too. It's,
So the solution to this is I saw there's a guy that has a video that covers this topic, but what he did was he put this person in a like room where he saw live footage of the same situation, but instead of being tied up, they were just walking away. They had headsets on so they couldn't hear what was going on.
Oh.
And so because of that, it makes it like, okay, they're not tied up.
yeah.
But you still can't be like, yo, get out of the
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Because
yeah. Okay.
if they are tied up, all of them are tied up, all of the 6 people, it means that they all have been bad people.
There's a
So-
reason they're there.
Yeah,
No.
so like unless
They could
there's
be
a
good people.
psychopath,
They
who's
just tied
Yeah.
themselves
Yeah.
up to the track.
No,
They
they
get
could
kidnapped
be.
or something.
You can say, oh, this situation is happening in some country which is ruled by a dictator, and all of a sudden, this dictator decides to punish innocent people by tying them with train tracks. You
Yeah.
know, you never know.
Yeah. Okay.
And like Evan was saying, like, what if there was like 2 sets of twins in these 5, and so like instead of comparing 5, you might be comparing 3 because like there's 2 sets of twins. Like 2 of the same person is kind of redundant. So it's like you might as well just get rid of one.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
New one. Okay, so we got 5 people, 1 twin's here, and then the other twin will die. Like it's okay to kill the twin.
Probably the other twin that is survive will kill her or himself.
Oh, that's true.
Because they're twins.
Yeah, you can't live without
Okay,
your twin.
so
They'll die.
So sad.
It's like if there's 2 Evans, like one Evan.
I'd
will
just
be
kill the
filling-
other Evan right away. To be
Will
honest,
be filling that void, so the other Evan is
I'm the
like,
only one.
I don't have any void to fill.
I'm happy.
So I'm just like, I'm kind of useless.
Oh,
Like,
really?
because one Evan is like filling that void.
But no, like I
It's
don't
like-
think I could get along with another Evan. To be honest, one's enough
I would
for
love
this world.
I would love hanging out with another one of me.
Why?
What would you do? What would the limits be for you and your clone or twin?
Twin.
Okay.
Limits as in like what do you mean?
What's the craziest thing?
They
you
could be buddies, man.
Yeah, I would do awesome stuff just twice as much. Twice as much awesome stuff. Start run twice as many miles. Start twice as many law firms. Start just all this shit. It'd be really fun. Okay, so before we get on to the next variation of this, I want to go around and get you guys' final answers to this question, whether you pull the lever or not. But first, keep in mind that no one's going to find out about this. There's no legal implications. All the people are, let's do the headset thing where you can't tell them to get off the track, but they didn't do anything
to get there.
to get there. They didn't do anything wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know anything about their future, like their potential, their age. They're all wearing black, full body black suits where you can't tell. So you just,
Can it be pink?
yeah, pink, why not?
Okay, let's do it.
Can you
And-
check out the 5 before
There's
you
no
make the
time.
decision?
You can only see
No.
the back of
You-
them.
you
You
see
can
the
only
back
see
of them,
5
back of
people
them.
and 1 people.
What
And-
if you can
and
tell
they're
that
all-
2 of them are like exactly alike from the back?
You can't.
They're
You
twins.
can't.
You
cannot.
won't be
You
able
cannot.
to.
You
They're
cannot.
all pink.
You cannot.
They're all
Okay.
pink.
Okay, Evan, what
Okay.
would you do? Would you
I would
pull
like
the
to. I would like to say I pulled that lever. I think I have the balls to do that.
Okay.
If no one knows. Yeah.
Also, is there people watching you as you're making this decision?
No.
Okay.
Nobody's
just
watching
you.
you. It's just you and the 6 people and then the train coming on the tracks. No legal implications.
So there's no way.
But
if
your
I pull
inner
the
self
lever,
is watching you.
There's
Yeah,
no
yourself.
way.
So you have to be aware.
There's no way if I pull the lever that somebody's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, you pulled the lever, bro."
You can do it with a glove, so no one knows, and
No
then
one
you
will
run away.
know.
No
No one will know.
fingerprints.
What are you thinking?
Okay.
I'll definitely pull off the lever because I understand the situation is right now. It's like fighting with yourself. You know, some people are scared to carry like a burden of a murder, but they are doing good. You know, like they cannot be like let themselves call murderers, even if they have to do that for a good reason. But as a strong person from inside, I'll definitely pull off the lever, get one guy killed by saving 5 other people. That means more good to the society, and maybe handle the fate.
Yeah. Okay. Two.
Yeah. So I'm gonna grab that lever and I'm gonna pull it so hard it's gonna break. Because I'm going with the 1 versus 5 active utilitarianist view. Yeah, definitely.
All the way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
How would you gonna do?
I would do nothing. I would let those 5 die.
Let the 5 die.
Yeah, because it's very rare that there's a dictator in somewhere in the world that would do this and people would be quiet about it. I would say there are 5 people who are maybe deserve to be there, maybe not. I'm not the judge, but I'd rather if those 5 people die rather than keeping them alive. You know, because it's 5 bad people who are dying.
What if-
it'll
But
be
you're
5
just
bad.
assuming. But
Two
you're just
sets of
assuming.
twins.
They deserve. They have done some. For example,
Well,
imagine
these people aren't tied up anymore. The people are just walking.
With the headphones.
They're just walking. We don't
Yeah,
know
with the
they're doing
headphones.
anything.
Now there's no dictator, nothing like that. There's just bunch of fool idiots.
Yeah, maybe
who
they decided
decided
to
to go.
Yeah.
Maybe, is there a way you can get them all?
So that's one
There's
other
only
thing.
3 'cause they're twins, bro.
If they're dumb enough to have their headphones on and be so ignorant to the world around them, they deserve to die. Because I don't think if this world is a place for dumb people.
Well, but
Yeah,
the
if
one
you-
person.
Because if you have headphones on
Actually,
and you're
that's a
walking on
really good point.
train track, then you're probably an idiot.
I mean,
Like, here's
what
the
kind
thing.
of idiot you are that puts headphone and walks in the middle of the
Yeah,
train track?
okay.
It's like those people who go and sit there and take pictures. I mean, no offense, we might do it. I might have done it. I don't even remember. Because we're all teenagers, we might run over tracks. It's everywhere. But how dumb can you be to walk over them or even around them and have headphones on and don't
Maybe
even pay
let's say
attention to
let's
them?
say they all are kids. Now what are you gonna say? Because kids are innocent,
Then-
they're not dumb. Let's say 6 of them are kids, and somehow they don't know that they're gonna get killed, and now
Well, they are
you can't blame
kids,
their
they
parents
haven't
now.
experienced anything, so I won't feel bad about it, but I will think that their parents deserve it because those parents were very careless enough
let's say
to
they
leave
are
those kids
they don't
walk
have
there.
parents. Let's say they they don't have
You
parents.
can,
Okay, so-
you
so
can
they
say
often-
kids who don't have parents don't have headphones because they can't afford the headphones.
Ooh.
Okay, wait.
I mean they're
None
dumb.
of this.
They don't have headphones.
None
You're
of this.
going off limit.
They're just playing.
None of this,
This
really
is-
matters.
This is kind
I
of
want
a
to
rabbit
save those
hole.
kids.
This is kind of a rabbit hole or a bunny hole.
This is a super
Wait.
hole.
None of this really matters because none of this matters because the one person on the other track that you're going to kill if you pull a lever is in the exact same scenario.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're walking with headphones, being dumb,
But
with
it's
whatever. So
one.
like, but
So-
it's 5 versus 1. So basically, the question is, do you want to do you want to pull a lever to murder someone, or just let 5 people die?
I'd rather let 5 dumb people die.
But the one person walking is the same dumb person.
Yeah, but it means if 5 dumb people die, it means less dumb people in the world. So,
Okay.
Mm.
All right. I would definitely pull a lever without hesitation whatsoever.
I would do it with hesitation, a lot of hesitation, but I would do it.
If it was like this simple as far as me knowing nothing about the characters, yeah, at the end of the day it's 1 versus 5. Yeah, not
Yeah, I
The
would.
reality-
I would pull that lever so hard and then take a picture of it and post it on Instagram, put it on my story, my Facebook, Snapchat, all that stuff.
Yeah, he's
Lever
my
pull.
brother.
Hashtag lever
I'm
pull.
gonna probably do that too.
All right. Okay, so do you guys want to guess what
I'm gonna bring another train and let that one person die. 1,000 kids.
Do you guys want to guess what percentage of people of professional philosophers would pull the lever?
90%.
Okay.
99%.
70. Here's the thing
What
though.
would be
So
the counter
dumb
argument?
philosophy.
I don't
What are the
know, I
counter
don't know.
arguments
Well, here's
to
the
letting
thing.
it go?
8% would not pull the switch. And 24%, this is the most philosopher thing ever. They had another view
Oh my
or
god.
could not answer.
Philosophers.
They're always coming up with these different sort of things are more complicated than
Who's to say?
yeah, who's to say? So 25% people didn't answer the question,
Oh my gosh.
but 70% said that they would pull it
and
off.
how many people have been on that? Like,
It was a 2009 survey published in a paper in 2013. I
And
don't
how
know.
many people voted for it?
I don't know exactly, but
But that's the thing is, I
You said
think
8% said no?
8% said no. Yeah.
I think a lot of philosophers. This is just my.
And do we
personal
have
opinion.
any background of those 8 philosophers? Because it will be really interesting to study those
Exactly.
8
It's
philosophers.
important to know
I
who these are.
think-
Yeah.
Are they college students that are
Or what are they?
philosophers?
Because I
I
wanna
think
s-
those
'cause-
92% shouldn't even be in this world in that case. If
Really?
you're saying that.
They should be the one that are being the 5.
Yeah,
getting
I
hit.
think those 92% should be those 5.
Wow. Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
if you're a philosopher, I don't know.
Okay. New question. You kill an engineer or a philosopher?
I'll definitely kill
I would
an
kill
engineer.
Kill the engineer. Kill the engineer or the
I
philosopher?
was an engineer.
Kill him
But
or the philosopher?
philosophers were the first engineers, bro.
Okay, but
Simple.
we're not talking about that. We're talking about killing a philosopher or an engineer.
And why?
Philosopher.
It's the
I
same
wanna be a
question.
murderer, man. Why are you making me kill people again and again, bro?
A definite philosopher if I had to, because I think we have more than we
I think
need.
you're right.
And
Yeah, probably.
I don't
No,
know
you
about
have to
yours.
come
We
to
need
India
to create
then,
more
bro.
jobs for
We
new
have
philosophers.
engineers
Really?
everywhere, man.
No
So many
philosophers.
engineers that engineers are cleaning.
So it
houses.
depends on the location. So if you're in a I think in China there's like a million. There's more like engineers than we have like students or something like that. and so in
that's same
China it would
India,
make
bro.
sense to kill the
Well,
engineer.
the thing is, do they have jobs for it? Do they have enough jobs?
That's the question. that's something we all have to do the next research for, is to find out the job market for philosophers and engineers.
Oh, this is interesting. Philosophy undergrads have the highest salary on average.
Are you kidding?
Because they almost always go either to medical school or law school.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's because
Philosophy is actually really helpful for law school.
I believe
Just a lot of dense material
Yeah.
that you have to go through.
I believe that.
A lot of writing, a lot of reading of stuff that's tough to read.
But if you've ever sit next to a table of undergrad philosophers, it is literally the worst experience you will ever have in your life.
Yeah, I think at least the lawyers I've encountered or law professors who have philosophy undergrads did it purely for pragmatic reasons, just like the practice you get from it, not because they were these like sort of like really like
Just
wanted
into
philosophy,
Aristotle's and Socrates.
exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
I feel like philosophy is not just something that you can decide that, hey, I want to study it. You really have to have first the understanding and the energy to be able, because sometimes there are some topics that you think of and you just might go crazy about it. Like, you have
That's
to be
what
able to
philosophy is
get
all
along
about.
with it. You know?
And then some questions you're just like, maybe you don't feel comfortable delving into.
What if you could like choose those 5 people, or choose like 5 things that you just want to get rid of?
Things or people?
And
That's way
just
different.
Any of them, yeah.
Anything.
People.
Yeah, anything.
I would have 5 people.
5 people.
Who would they be? Oh, that's a new question. Who would our 5 people be that we killed?
I wouldn't kill 5
That's too many
people,
people to
so
think
That's
of
a
right
lot of
now.
people.
All of us.
I don't know in specific, but I would kill the first 5 people who exist in my world and have created a very dumbass situation.
A dumbass situation.
You know, like those people who never like have an actual thought in their minds. It's like they just like they're like literally stupid.
And if I'm gonna be all the way honest, like picking 5 things, like all the way honest, like pulling the lever completely down, I'm gonna choose like Burger King, McDonald's, like all the fast foods, because
not all.
at this point,
Yeah, all.
like fast food is not exactly food. I would say it's more of kind of like a product, like a chemical.
Dude!
Like composition, like you're putting together chemicals, like
I agree
and then
with
it
him.
just kind of
Culture
happens.
clash.
I can't survive without 5 burgers at least in every 2 weeks. I have to have 2 burgers at least a week.
Burgers
I
is the
can't.
most unhealthiest thing you can ever have.
They are just part of my life.
I have a question. How do you feel after you eat a burger?
Amazing. I have a budget for a burger.
Do you feel like you're ready to go, like you're ready to attack something, you're ready to exercise?
I don't exercise normally because I'm too lazy for it. But after burger, I'm like, okay, well, time to study.
Right.
I mean, now you're doing podcasts and you just had a
did
burger.
burger. I mean, I just ate a burger before this podcast.
I think Bahar's actually a spy sent by like McDonald's
Yeah.
and the big burger companies.
I think I know why she won't pull a lever.
Why?
Because she ate that burger.
Yeah, McDonald's.
Are we gonna be?
Hey, did you know that if you're taking like a bite of Taco Bell, like the meat, it's actually 40% like actual meat and 60% like who's to say, like
Trash.
like it could be anything, like
Yeah.
any chemical
That
composition.
I believe that.
Dude, I saw this video that they make sausage and burgers out of. I don't remember which country was it, but they literally dump every trash that they can find, like from the cat body without even like.
That's why
shaving
you
their
like
body.
burgers?
Huh?
That's why you like burgers?
Or like they would just dump everything with their like even like a dead cat. They would just literally dump the whole thing in there and like they like do the grounding thing
Yeah.
and then like
I
they
love
make burgers
pussies.
out of it.
Cats. I'll eat them.
I mean, I'm assuming not all the companies are like that. Hopefully, but
What's
at
your
least
favorite fast food?
it depends on the mood. But I used to love Wendy's until today. That he gave me a fact about it.
They're using like some sort of steroids for their cows. It's not good.
Nice.
And anytime you do that, that's bad for the animal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it hurts. Apparently, it hurts them physically because if it doesn't hurt them, and they can't feel anything about it, I would be fine with it. But as long as they can't feel that and like get messed up, that's out of boundaries. Then it would be Bebop's or Five Guys.
Nice.
Yeah, those are my two favorites.
Yeah, there's new Five Guys names.
Yeah.
Just
Oh
came
my
out.
god.
So talking about fast food restaurants, what's your favorite, Evan?
Oh, my favorite fast food restaurant. That is a very hard question.
Just
Oh.
one.
Just one?
No matter what's your mood,
Oh
just
my
one.
Gosh, I don't even know. Like, maybe in Florida. Oh, Bebop's. Bebop's all day. Every day, Bebop's.
That's like 20
It's from my childhood. You know, like, it's from my childhood, so I have to go with Bebop's.
I
How about
Zombie
you?
burger would be a good option, but we don't have it in names, so
Mhm.
I try to not get used to it. It's like I have to drive to Des Moines every day.
So I've been to McDonald's twice
In
in
your
the
life?
last year.
Oh, yeah.
What?
And yeah, but like the last time I had vanilla ice cream, just that. And then the previous time I had ice water.
Wow.
Wow.
Noel has a very hard stance against McDonald's.
Yeah. Mhm.
What about any other burger? When was the last time you ate a burger?
Oh man, I can't remember honestly.
How do you live?
Have you been to Freddy's?
Yeah.
Yeah, Freddy's is good.
Oh my god, that was my last summer food. Like every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
How about you? What was your favorite?
Fast food
Fast food.
restaurant?
Do you eat fast food?
I do eat a lot, but I hate it at the same time.
Yeah, bro.
There's this
Yeah, boy.
I hate it so much. I wanna just
Eat it some more to make you feel better and
Yeah.
feel depressed later.
Yeah, or you could just go
Poop
buy
them
it
out.
and then put it in the trash or something.
I wanna eat it and poop it out so I feel good.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Okay, so the next version of this trolley problem is, especially for us four, since we said we'd. Are you still not pulling the lever? No. Okay. So, especially for us, Bahar's already not pulling the lever, so it doesn't really affect her as much. But the next version is same thing, except instead of the one track going off to the side with one person on it, there's a bridge over the track that's going to kill 5 people, and there's a guy standing on that bridge just watching the trains. Okay? And you can push this guy off of the bridge and have him land on the track, and the train will be stopped by him landing on the track.
What?
Oh man.
What?
Is that,
Think of him
Because-
as a brick.
Yeah, as a brake. He breaks the track.
Yeah.
He breaks the train from hitting the 5
what
people.
kind of man he is? Like Superman?
He's a big
Spider-Man?
He's a big man, and I know this doesn't really sound physically possible,
It doesn't.
but you're just gonna have to follow along and come with
Does
me
he
on this
hurt
one.
anyone in the train?
No.
Okay.
The train is perfectly
How
fine.
big is this guy?
Probably
Big enough to stop a
yeah.
train.
Like 1,000? Like 100,000
Just
pounds?
big enough to
Whatever it
stop it.
takes.
Okay.
Whatever it takes. But
You
you
can,
can,
go,
still.
go to your local McDonald's and probably find these people.
Okay, Noah. Okay.
Weighing like 1,000 pounds. Just
But you still can push him off the bridge somehow.
Okay. Yeah, that's the next one. How
That's the next
that
question.
might be
Okay.
too much effort
So
for me to
we're
be
gonna have
honest.
to. Yeah, so like try to get past the improbability physically of all this happening,
Okay.
and just get to the point where you are pushing someone off a bridge that stops a train from killing the 5 people. Now, this is very similar to the previous one in that you are physically murdering someone to save 5 people, but it feels a lot different than the previous one because you're not just pulling a lever anymore.
You're pushing someone
There
off
is a
the bridge.
question here. Is this guy that we're talking about? I mean, it doesn't have to make sense. Is he a normal human being,
Yeah.
just like you?
Yeah.
So can you look them in the eyes?
Well,
So-
So in this case, since you
You're
explained
gonna
everything,
die.
in that case, I'm not the person to judge it. If I have the because in the previous case I didn't have this chance, but in this case, I'd rather to jump myself.
You're not big enough, Bahar.
We are not any person.
just assume
Normal.
that this is one of those crazy.
Are you allowed
tracks.
to jump off like this?
I hadn't thought about this, but it is. Yeah,
But
it can happen.
I would
Wow.
rather jump myself instead of sending the other guy.
I'm just gonna go with
throw
Bahar.
him
Like
away.
when she.
Because-
I'm just gonna let her do it.
Because that's a different case. Like in the previous time, in the previous like, what is it called?
Episode?
Trolley problem.
Scenario.
Situation.
Scenario.
In the previous situation, we didn't have the option that we can do something because it's us pulling a liver, and it's like that's like
Yeah.
okay, that's all I can do. But here, if it's any human body, I would probably jump myself because I would rather not live with that guilt, or I'm gonna feel like I'm the survivor and like I'll kill myself eventually. That's all.
Okay.
So are you looking this person in the eye as you push them, or are they turned around? You're just pushing their back.
You're
Or are they
pushing,
wrapped up like a mummy or something?
you're pushing their back. It's the same. Just say they're wearing like an all pink.
So you have no
Same
idea
vessel.
who they are or anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is basically just you, instead of pulling a lever to murder someone, you're pushing someone to murder to murder someone. To
It
save
also
someone.
depends. Am I a shitty citizen and am I a shitty human being in this world and not adding any value? Sure. If I am smart and I am creating something very good, no, I would rather create something first and then die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what would be the most like fun, exciting way to just like push them right in front of the train?
Be like,
You can
Give 'em a
spill
John
oil in
Cena
front of
stunner
them
or
and then they can
Yeah.
slip themselves.
ooh, or a banana peel.
A broke Lesnar 619.
Peel.
Yeah.
Think
Or
about
like
You can tickle them.
Tickle them off
That's
of
a
it.
good way to die.
And then he
You'll
just trips,
die
and it's like,
laughing.
oh, it's
Yeah.
just an accident.
I wasn't pushing you. I was tickling you.
Exactly.
But
a good legal
I'd
defense.
Cause like
rather
I've
kill
kind of
myself.
wanted to practice archery, so I was thinking like stand back 100 yards and just send that thing,
Ooh,
Yeah.
Send it.
pop them.
that'll be epic.
Yeah. That would be pretty cool.
I just watched that's pretty dumb. I shouldn't watch this movie, Dumbo. I haven't watched it before. I
Dumbo?
have no idea what is it about. I know it's an elephant with big ears.
Oh, I have watched the movie.
If
That was
you
so good.
can blow as good as Dumbo, probably you can just blow him so that
That was like my
The,
childhood
with the
movie.
nose that
Yeah.
he blows.
Dumbo. Oh.
Dumbo. Oh, I love the cartoon.
I haven't watched the cartoon.
cartoon.
So,
you
let's-
have to
don't
watch
judge
it
me or-
next.
Let's get back to scenario. I mean, what's you gonna do?
I'm gonna straight up push this boy off. I'll have him turn around and look me in the eyes as he's doing it.
Okay. She's still pushing. All right.
I feel the full guilt.
I don't want to like. I don't know.
What if you pushed him and then he turned and he looked you in the eye and he was your favorite best friend and then you didn't know it and then he fell. You couldn't grab him.
I'd be like, dude, you've changed a lot and you didn't call me. Wow.
No, imagine your best friend is just like, hey, for example, you met him yesterday, you hang out, and then you're like, yeah, tomorrow I'm just gonna go
To the bridge.
take some time with myself. And then
Yeah, what
Then
if
he
like
shows
he
up.
lost his footing and I'm like, bro, you should have joined me when we were doing yoga workouts, bro.
Yeah. It was your fault for not
Yeah,
doing yoga
balance,
workouts
yeah.
with me, bro.
Step up.
No, I mean, I would be very conflicted about this, and I think I'm gonna do the one where I don't think I have an answer, to be honest.
Okay. So if you didn't know them, you would push them though.
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know what I would do.
Yeah.
I'm kind of thinking that like I'm gonna sit them down in the most aerodynamic position, and then step back a few steps, and line it up, and then punt that thing.
Wait, can I just tell this person what's going on and make them have the decision on
I
their
don't
hands?
think if there is enough time.
I don't know.
Be like, yo, look at that
Is
train.
We should
No,
try.
you-
We should try letting them answer and give them like 3 seconds. Cause like if we give them more time, they just bring on scenarios and make
Yeah.
the
How
situation
far
complex.
the train is?
So next question, just give
Like-
them 3 seconds to answer it.
I don't know, but you have to decide. You walk up to the bridge, you see what's happening, and you have to act immediately.
Okay. So no time to
I'll
be like,
jump.
yo, can you jump?
Yeah. So you're
I'll
just jumping. Okay, so if you had to, would you? What if that was not an option? You
Like
could
he's in the
only
way
push-
of you jumping. Like
Yeah.
it's like over here.
We can jump together.
You could only push him, or you could let the 5 people die.
I'll probably push him and then jump after him.
Okay.
So you're just
But
pushing
you're not
and
allowed
gonna-
to jump.
Well, I guess you
so
could
can't jump
after.
at all. Okay, so
You could
push him.
afterward.
You would push him.
You could
No.
you could jump if you wanted
wait,
to.
Just a second.
I mean, after you push him, I really don't care what you do at that
Yeah.
point.
if I don't push him, he'll be fine.
Yeah, and
And
5
is
people
he
will die.
walking
5
on
people
this-
will die.
Is he on the track or not?
He's on the bridge above
He's
the
on
track,
just
just
the
minding his own business.
No, I
without
wouldn't
looking.
push him because he's smart
Oh,
enough
yeah, I
not
forgot
to
about
be
that.
on the track.
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
That's a
he's
good point.
Yeah, he's just chilling up there.
Because
watching
he doesn't
trains.
deserve it.
You can't
because
change your
it's
answer
nice.
like that.
I didn't change my
That's
answer.
illegal.
Do you remember my answer?
Yeah.
I didn't know what I
So
was
you
going
don't
to
know.
do.
No, what
You said you're
said
gonna
you
push
were.
him.
No, I said that, but then I
No,
was like, I'm
uh,
going to not do
Are you
that.
pushing
He's
him?
going in
Yeah.
the tracks.
He's going on the tracks.
Going
Okay.
on the tracks.
So my answer will be I'll push him.
Push him.
Yeah.
And Bahar, you're not pushing him.
No, because he's living his life, and there are 5 people who just. Why would you sacrifice someone who's doing his life and having his moments in a bridge to save 5
So-
people who God knows why are on the bridge?
Okay. Yeah. So philosophers would say, most of them, I think, that your answer should stay consistent between the last one and this one. So like you guys still pushing, still killing the one person.
Yeah.
That's what you should be doing. But I do feel like it feels different
It does feel different.
because even though
It's getting tense, like more tense.
there's more to it because like I'm now making even more of a decision to interrupt, like
Actually kill a person.
sacrifice this guy for the sake of 5 people, whereas the other one it didn't feel as personal.
Yeah, you push a button, then you walk away and you don't think about it again. Or you shove them and watch them get completely wheeled over.
Yeah.
And crushed and bones
Visual
just
fun.
snapping like toothpicks.
Yeah, there's definitely something different about this one, but so it does feel weird to have conflicting answers like that. But like if it came down to it and I was in both these situations, I would still pull the lever on the first one and I would not push him in the second one.
You wouldn't.
I wouldn't push.
You will let 5 people die.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. But that question did make me think about it a little more.
Yeah.
But just saying like you would let 5. That like. I think that the part of it that is because it's so more personal, because you're actually having to push somebody,
Yeah.
you kind of forget about the 5 people you're letting die
Yeah.
more than if you did if it was just like a lever.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
but what
if those
Good.
5 people die, it's not your fault. It's them being there. But if you push someone off the bridge who's not on a on a track,
I'll try to do good for this world, even it's like it.
what if
People are being killed in countries, and like I'm sitting
Okay.
here. Oh, I'm not interfering. I'll do me.
No.
I don't see it, and
No,
I'll let
If
them
Then
die.
this is a different situation, though.
if you're trying to do good, it's not doing good because you're adding a murderer, which is you, to this world. It's not doing any good. It's losing 5 good people and adding even if one murderer can kill 5 people. And I'm not saying that it's gonna start a route, but it means adding one murderer to save even 5 people. You're adding one murderer to this
For
world.
me, life matters more than being called a murderer.
But-
so I don't care.
But you're killing one person.
Yeah, I'm killing person, but I'm saving 5 lives to this world.
Yeah, but the thing is that these 5 people did something. They were doing something that they shouldn't have, and this guy was obviously not doing anything he wasn't supposed to do. So that does change the dynamic.
But you never know.
Yeah.
If you never
Situation
know, it
is-
means those 5
What
people.
I am treating these questions is like totally never know situations. You know why they were there.
Yeah.
I'll just treat
But
them
the thing is-
innocent.
but we
I'll
do
just
know-
treat
we do
them-
know that this
I'll
is
keep
different,
both
though.
of the guys at the same level,
Hmm.
and then do the thing.
But we do know that they're different now. We do know that
The
this guy's-
situation is different. Our action is different, but in my mind, both of the people are still innocent, and they're just doing the same thing.
If all of those people are innocent, then in that case you have no right to do anything because you're not someone who can judge
Exactly.
and decide who can live or who can die. You cannot do that.
Yeah, I cannot do according to you,
But
but according to
by-
me, what I see good is I'm gonna do that. Save 5 people from death, and let the one die.
So this might help. The philosophers have come up with this doctrine of double effect, which, so in the first situation they say that the killing of the one person is a side effect of saving people. So you're saving 5 people, and because you pull a lever, and just the one person dying is a side effect of it. But in the second scenario, you are deliberately intending harm, and even if that's for a good cause, they would say it's wrong.
Right.
So the people who agree with this doctrine of double effect, obviously there's a lot of philosophers who would say you should kill the one in both situations, but the people who are trying to create a distinction between these two, this is what they use.
Mhm.
And so you were saying you would not push the person. So what if I hand deliver some binoculars and you can see there's 5 people tied up on the bridge and you can see the anguish on their faces, and you can see that harm is about to come upon them. Would that change anything?
But that does change the scenario.
It would definitely change it would definitely make me think a little harder. Like
Right.
I would, it was even just asking the question, like letting 5 people die, like made me think about it more.
Yeah.
I still feel like, I talked earlier about like the legal defense of like, you can't really legally say, oh, I'm making a decision between how
See,
much
legally
is-
you can't even keep those 5 people tied on the tracks if you're putting legal stuff in this situation.
You can
Yeah.
because
You
it's
can't
not
just
you're doing
ignore it.
anything.
You can just
You're,
ignore
you're
it.
not
legally.
you're not putting anyone there. They're already there.
But they are tied over there.
Yeah, this has nothing to do with you.
So
But you
if you
didn't do it.
can't save them, it's not your fault because they were already there. You will be a witness rather than a murderer.
But I'll save those 5 people because they are lives and it matters for me. Every life matters for me.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. But
And I'll equally balance his life and their life.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it. Okay, this I think the difference is that it gives too much power to individuals to make a decision between people who are just guys standing on a bridge. People making decisions. Oh, this person is not worth as much as these 5 people, and arbitrarily making that decision. Whereas in the lever one, it feels different from that regard, but I still can't there's not a satisfying explanation. Even the doctrine double effect doesn't completely make sense to me.
so does this apply? This scenario kind of does apply to like real world situation where hypothetically you're a boss, and you've got maybe you lose $100,000, and the way it works out is you have to either fire these 5 people or fire this one person because this
Yeah.
person makes $100,000. These 5 people make.
I will fire 5 people if they're not giving me profit.
But
Well,
what if
so
they're
this is-
equally all giving you?
Okay, so this is, I think we have to rephrase that a little bit. You have, say, 5 people who unintentionally, by no means of their own, got in a situation where they're, say, losing the company money, but it wasn't their fault. And then you have one guy, okay,
I
it's
will
hard to,
fire
because, okay, yeah, if you have 5 people who are losing money, and one person who's also losing money, I mean, you definitely fire the 5 people.
Okay,
But,
let's take because I was just saying that all of these 5 people are doing good job, great job.
Mhm.
This person's great job.
Yeah,
Everyone's doing a great job, but just because of the way the economy works, the company loses $100,000,
Right.
and because of that, the budget goes down through no fault of any one of these employees. But the boss does have to make the decision who to fire.
yeah.
This guy's a great leader. He can lead these 5 people or lead whoever.
Yeah.
These 5 employees are great employees. They follow whoever. Who do you fire?
Yeah, so I think the difference is both situations you're making a decision to fire somebody, where in
You're working for
Trolley-
yourself.
However, that's a different case. Because those people, if they are
Yeah, it's a
great
totally different
employee,
case.
will find another company who have the budget for them. However,
Let's say the economy is really bad though.
they
Well,
will
okay,
still be able to find a job.
in an isolated incident, I think they are the same, but from that regard, because you can't when you're just looking at the situation, you can't really treat it like what's going to happen after this.
You're just
say
decision.
the one person you're going to kill believes that there's a heaven and a hell and they're going to heaven.
Mhm.
Well, then in that case, they would want you to. So you can't really build in all these different elements to it. But I think the main difference in what you're saying is in both these situations, you're making a decision to fire either 5 or 1.
Mhm.
Where in the trolley problem, you're just letting 5 die,
Mhm.
and you're only making a decision to kill someone. One of the options to kill, one of the options to let.
Okay,
And
so let's
plus-
make
So
them
if you-
parallel.
yeah,
let's
so
make
if
them
you ch- if you
parallel.
change-
Plus-
Let's say that this one guy was already gonna get fired, but then you figured out that
Why
you could.
changing the situation? This changes.
I'm making it
Because,
match.
different.
okay,
I'm making
this
it
is
match.
completely a different
This is
area,
completely
because in business,
different stakes,
there-
man.
In
This
business,
is this.
You're
I'm making
comparing
it-
money
Evan,
to life.
I'm making this
No.
real world, Bahar.
no, in business, it's either kill or be killed.
Okay.
In business, it's that. If I have a coworker who's my best friend, I'm saying that from the bottom of my heart. If I have a coworker who's even my best friend, and it's working good, and I'm working good, and my boss supposed to fire one of us, I will make sure that he's the one who's getting fired.
Okay.
Because this is completely a different situation. If I'm the boss and I have 5, but that's a different case too. If I have budget for those 5 followers and I have that is comparable to, that is kind of equal to the money that this one leader is getting, I would fire that leader because those 5 employers are doing 5 different jobs. This leader is just doing one managing job. So each one of these cases are doing something different.
Okay, so I'm gonna go off of what you just said. I'm gonna make this more parallel, more equal to the pulling the lever situation. So in the pulling the lever situation, it was gonna kill the 5 guys no matter what. In this situation, it's gonna fire the 5 employees no matter what unless you make a decision. So in this situation, you know that these 5 people are getting fired, but you get to make the decision to say, oh, we can just get rid of this guy and we can keep these 5 employees.
Yeah.
And so you'd say you'd get rid of the one guy.
Yeah, because there is in business, 5 guys are doing 5 different jobs. Maybe they even try harder because they're not as good as probably this one person. And this one person is a manager.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine. Because you're acting like he's a leader. He's good enough to be able to lead these 5. If I'm the boss, if I am able to manage a whole company, I'll be able to manage these 5 on my own. I'll just do some extra work. But because 5 people means more work get done.
Okay, that's not what economics says. Economics, law of marginal utility, right?
Yeah.
Is that the law?
Opportunity cost. I mean, like, as far as the trolley situation, it's by saving one person, you're losing 5, and by saving.
Like, if his situation is regarding work, I'm gonna still fire that one guy because right now they both are at the same level. They both did the same thing. I'm gonna still fire that one guy.
So
and
this
save
is-
the 5 guys.
This is the distinction, though. So because with life and with money, you see them parallel. You see that
No, I don't see life and
no.
money parallel.
This is
He's
you're missing the point.
separating the function of that one person to this 5. Because he's saying that one person is doing just leadership. Because
But
Are
in
you
real
sure?
situation,
Well,
we don't know what's happening. So how can we how can we change this?
This is a- this
you
is a
can't
scenario.
compare it. That's why I'm saying you can compare it.
Yeah.
Because that one person, okay, is a great leader, is a great manager, it's doing great. But then these 5 people are also perfect employee.
But they're never going to be this leader.
But in real life, we don't know the difference between the guy who's standing and the 5 people. How are you making one superior than other?
If you think of
Simple,
yourself,
right?
you'd rather keep 5 people who are getting the same money and doing more work rather than doing that one person. You don't need a leader here. You can be the leader. If you're not leader enough to control your company, then you don't deserve that company.
But so what I'm getting at is that for you, the money and the life are equal in the sense.
No, they're
In
not.
the-
That's the
In the
different
sense,
case.
in the sense that you think that one person's life over 5 people's life, or 5 people's lives over 1 people's life is more important.
Yeah, for
You
me.
think 5 people's life, and then you also think that 5 people's jobs over one person's job is more important. Is that right?
No, I'm not comparing job to
Oh,
anything.
you don't think that? So what would your decision be?
See, my mentality says they all are person A who are on the track. 5 person A and 1 person A. So I'm considering all of them as equal. I'm not judging them on race, on color, on skills, on level of mentality, either they're a fool or either they're smart. Right now, for me, everybody's equal.
Okay, but
So what
for
I do is I save those 5 people because now keeping all of them equal, I can really make a decision.
Yeah.
If I just keep thinking, oh, he could be smart, they could be dumb, it means I don't know how to take decisions and I'm postponing it by just putting excusing. This is a situation of fast thinking where you can actually think and answer the question according to me.
Yeah.
So, but for your answer for the job one, would you fire 5 people over 1 person?
If all of them are equal, I'll definitely
Fire one person over 5.
Yeah.
And then you said you would
I'm
You would-
taking it for my own benefit.
kill. Okay.
I'll
You wouldn't make a
kill
decision.
I'll kill 5 dumb people rather than 1.
Okay.
However,
But with the other one.
See,
if
when
they're
she
benefiting
says,
me, if they're benefiting me in my job, if they're doing the same work as more than work that leader does, yes, I'll fire that leader. But if they're doing less work than this leader, and this leader is able to stay there one person, him, and do all the works that these 5 people will do, I'll fire them, and I'll even definitely will give him the money. Because if he's able to do the job for 5 people, I'll have him.
See, what I think right now,
That's a different
what
case.
is she thinking is she's making those 5 people dumb and like that one person smart somehow.
I'm not
And
making that one person smart. I'm just saying they're all dumb because they're all staying in the same situation. I'd rather have 5 people die rather than having one dumb person in this world. Because I think this world we need to remove all the idiot people from this world so that it can
But
get...
who are you to remove idiot people?
Idiot people are not gonna step on a train track. Or not gonna...
But like, who are you to remove idiot people? That's my.
I'm not
question.
removing them. I'm not doing anything that they... Like, I don't want to kill someone and make myself a murderer, for one thing. And then secondly, I don't want to be the one who's making a decision that these 5 people should die or not, because somebody else has already tied them up there and somebody else has already decided that. That's not any of my business. I'd rather... Okay.
Yep, so you'll walk away.
Because the first case, they're walking there. They're dumb and stupid enough to walk over a train
So
track.
I just changed the situation. Imagine those. Okay, they don't have headphones. Just throw that away.
Yeah.
Just throw the headphones away so they can never come
That's
over
not
here.
what we
Okay?
talked about.
No. I'm
Let's
just.
go. Let's change it back to them being tied up.
No. Let's remove the situation. I'm just posing a new question. Whereas they all are kids, and we all know kids are innocent because they have never been taught about the world. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And now there's one kid over here, but there are 5 kids over here. Both of them are equally dumb. 5 kids, 1 kid. We are just comparing 1 to 5.
I'd
Yeah.
rather 5 parents, 5 parents, which is 10 people,
Let's say they are.
suffer because they're dumb enough. One thing, give birth to a child, to a human being that matters. Second, be dumb enough to let their child go away. Third, not be responsible enough.
So you're saying
I'd
they
rather
should
them
not. They
suffer.
should not give.
I'd rather kill 5 kids who haven't experienced anything in this world, so they're not missing anything. They're just missing a life that some of them might get depressed and kill themselves, or some of them might be successful. We can always replace children. Okay? But I think those 5 people deserve to suffer because, for one thing, I listed that. They're dumb enough to give birth and not be responsible of those kids and leave them alone so that they can walk over a train track.
So you think the responsibility of parent is to just tie the kid with the
No!
and
No.
keep the
Have
kid
you-
with him.
No.
Come on,
You
like my
don't-
dog.
My mom never did that to me. My mom never controlled me. Hey, you have to be here wherever I go. He never put me on a leash.
But you're saying she was not smart because she couldn't control him.
No, I'm not saying she was not smart. I'm saying she had enough thoughts in herself that she never, for one thing, gave me, like, she was always taking care of me. If I am not with her,
But you
she
just
was
said
with me.
she was not kid like. But
So
she
you
just said
think-
something different
What
like 2
he's
years ago.
saying is that, so the mom should grab you and take you everywhere that she's going.
No, that's what you are saying.
Yeah,
Because
that's
you're
what
you're
saying,
saying.
their parents
I
are
am saying
responsible.
that my mom will make sure wherever I'm out, I'm somewhere safe.
So do you think parents can do a perfect job of
No,
raising
they
their kids?
can't do a perfect job.
Let me finish
Like-
my question. Do you think they can do a perfect job of raising their kids and their kids still do dumb stuff? Because I know there's kids who
They will do
have
dumb
great
stuff.
parents, who shouldn't deserve to have their kids killed. Their parents do a great job, but the kids still do dumb things.
Dumb enough to stay on a train track.
Yeah.
I think those parents are not good parents. Because if you're a bad parent, if you're good parents, all the dumb stuff that your kids are gonna do are going to be the dumb stuff that normal kid society are going to do. They're gonna go do drugs. They're gonna go not drop out of college. They're gonna drop out of college. They're gonna go, I don't know, get heartbroken, and all the stuff that happens regularly to people. Staying on a train track is not something that's gonna happen to all the children, or even out of like 100 children, how many of them stay on a train track?
How about how many kids get tied up and put on a train track?
I don't know about that. That's different. Okay, we're
So
talking
okay, in that
all of
situation,
these cases.
okay, let's make it one final decision. Let's make it
Because
easy.
in that case, it means that there is a kidnap guy.
Alright,
who has
I'm gonna make it
kidnapped
more-
those children
more
and
easy.
Put them and tied them up on a train track, which means, well, there is a kidnapper. That's a different case.
Okay, so then what do you do in that situation?
In that case, I'd rather not decide about it.
But yeah, the
Because-
thing is like.
Yeah, so
with
she
the
now
thing with-
falls in the people who couldn't decide.
Yeah.
The thing with the kid though is, if you decide to kill a kid, you just kill the kid. It doesn't. There's no way other way of putting it. You killed a kid. It doesn't matter if you save 5 kids. You killed a kid.
Yeah, I would rather get myself punished and like sentenced to death, but I'll save 5 people.
Yeah, I mean, if they're all kids, it still really shouldn't
Technically four.
change.
Technically 4.
So are there now legal implications? So
No.
Okay.
So, okay, 5 kids are tied up, and 1 kid is also tied up on the other track. Everything else the exact same. The answer should stay the same.
Yes, it's the same for me.
I would not pull the lever.
Would not pull a lever.
I would not ever. I just can't see how a parent can be ignorant enough.
Okay, let's say
So
they.
what they're
No,
doing-
I'm
think
gonna
for me
change
it
the
changes.
situation more.
For me, it changes because I would pull the lever on an adult, but I
Okay.
wouldn't be able to pull the lever and
In
kill
the
a kid.
past 20 years of my life, I have never had my mom being around me as much as that she should be, but she was also, I always felt that she's there. Even
You
though
felt,
she
but she
physically
wasn't
she's
there.
not there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Physically, all parents can't be always near their kids.
But she did a good job.
It's like
making
keeping
sure
the
that
kids
I'm
in
always
cages
safe.
until they get adult to just don't let
I'm
them do
a
anything.
continent away. I'm far away from my mom.
But you're not a
But
kid.
I am still a kid. I can consider myself a kid because we can't ever grow up enough for our parents. If you look at that way.
So you're saying you're innocent as a kid?
No, I'm not.
You can't
No, I'm
differentiate
not
between good or
innocent at
bad?
all. I have done so many bad things in
Yeah.
this world.
So
Until
you're
now,
not a kid because
and
the
I'm-
kid I'm talking about can't differentiate between good and bad.
Yeah, so
You're
they're
just
not
changing the
gonna-
situation
They're
I'm
not gonna
putting.
lose anything if they die. They're children. I mean, it's
Well, they're losing their lives.
yeah, but it's
So
like they haven't.
So you're saying life of children doesn't matter because
I'm
they're not
saying
losing
it
anything?
matters, but it's not like
You know whose
can-
life more matters? Children's life matter more than a fucking 60-year-old uncle. Because he had
Okay,
already
here's
lived his
the
life.
thing.
And
What
5.
if those 5 people were 2 adults? No, 1 adult, 1 teenager, 1 kid, 1 senior. And then the other one was just some random person. Random.
I'm gonna
very
still let
perfect
that one
good
person die.
Yeah, that really shouldn't change it.
That shouldn't change it. So it means if they're children or they are seniors or they are adults, it shouldn't change it. I think those 5 kids should die either way. I'm not saying it's their fault. No, they're completely innocent. They deserve a life.
Yeah, for me, so when I think about pushing a kid, they're not gonna suffer at all. You push them and they're dead right away. And then
Good thinking, bro. I'm
And
so
then-
proud of this guy.
and then you have 5 people, 5 kids, and they're gonna really suffer because of this 10, 15 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds when they hear the train coming, and they're just gonna sit and watch for 30 seconds and then watch themselves die, just sitting on the track. And it's pretty easy for me, honestly. 5 versus 1. I'm definitely pushing.
You killing that kid?
Yeah.
You killing that kid.
Instant
Yeah.
death.
Oh man. Well, I think we found out a lot about.
we really dove into
things.
I
this.
think we took the bunny hole and the rabbit hole on this one.
Yeah.
Made a super hole.
Do we have... Okay. So we still have to listen from everyone about the second situation.
With
What was the second
pushing
situation?
the person.
Yeah, pushing a...
We should do the 3-second thing you
I
proposed.
wouldn't.
Yeah.
I think we went the.
You
which
just
one?
have 3
The
seconds.
3-second
no
one, we
question.
just have 3 seconds to answer.
Oh.
Yeah.
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 So, I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna push the guy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna push the guy.
I'm not pushing anyone.
Definitely push.
Definitely push.
Yeah, in the 3 seconds, it changes things. Okay, this is the last one.
I'm
We've
so
been,
ready.
We've been doing an hour, guys. This is
Wow.
good stuff. Okay, so
We can cut it short.
I'm having fun.
Don't
I'm-
cut my
yeah,
parts.
this
It's 10 hours.
Also,
it's really got
af-
intense. I like
if you
it.
don't push the kid and you're sitting there by a stump, like sitting on a stump, thinking about those 5 kids who are about to get run over, obviously your imagination will make it seem worse than it actually will be. And
In
so,
that case, Noah,
I'm gonna bring another point.
You're killing one person because a kid because you think that person is gonna have mental breakdowns in future because he saw a scene like that. But in that case, five of those kids were dying. So we are gonna have 5 mental breakdown
He's
kids.
talking about himself personally.
Yeah, so I think definitely it'd be easier to shove someone instead of sit there and think about 5 kids
Just
watching
look away.
the train
Just like,
from 30
I'm totally with him.
30 yards away, and they're suffering so much more, and they're dying 5 times the amount as the other person.
See, that's true, because if that kid would have seen those 5 people died, he would have jumped himself if he was a great guy. So,
But we're not great guys.
This is actually
We're
a
not
good
great
question.
people.
This is a good question. What if you are the guy on the bridge and the person who's coming up to push you does not exist? You're just a guy on the bridge and you're just jumping.
I'll jump.
So you're jumping.
I'll jump. I already told you.
Yeah.
I'll jump if I
I do
could.
remember that. I do remember that.
Okay, what are you gonna do?
I'm not jumping.
Definitely
not jumping.
I'm not
jumping, yeah.
definitely jumping.
So,
Well, this is an obvious yes.
No,
We
no,
get
no.
it. We get it.
No, no.
This is a contradiction.
so you'd rather kill person to save 5, but you'd rather not die to save 5?
Yeah.
We really like ourselves.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'm pretty awesome. I think I'm gonna give a lot to this
Okay.
world.
Yeah,
Yes, that's
this
what
is
I
okay.
think, you
This
know?
is this is the problem.
And I don't
because
want to hurt.
This
India or whatever.
introduces
Each
the part
one
where
of
we
you-
know the one person who's going
There
to
is a
die, and
case.
that's us.
You can either ignore it or you can kill 5 people, 1 person to save 5, right? Or
Yeah.
you can just ignore it.
Yeah.
So you'd rather that you yourself, your awesome self,
Mm-hmm.
to become a murderer,
Fucking awesome.
become a murderer, and add 1 murderer to this world.
Wait, by not
Doesn't matter-
jumping?
No,
Oh,
by
okay.
killing or pulling the thing. Become a murderer, and add 1 bad person. I can't say after that you are gonna stay your great
You know what I'm
awesome
gonna think?
people.
You know what I'm gonna think? By not saving those 5 people, I'm still a murderer. Cause seeing someone doing wrong and not going and like speaking is
So
the same
if
thing.
in that case, if you're the one who's jumping, then you're a murderer too. If you're not jumping and there's no one else to save.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I don't think in that case you deserve that life.
We're hypocritical in the fact that we would not jump. At the same time, though, I still can't believe you're okay with letting like 10 parents suffer.
Yeah, suffer.
Instead of
If I
2
have an
parents suffer.
option to have myself sacrificed to save those kids, I will. But I am never gonna make a decision like that because because I can't understand how your conscience would allow you to kill one by your own hand to save 5.
See,
That's
that is
not
the real
your
battle.
fault.
That is the real battle of this question.
Yeah.
Philosophically, if you go deep inside, it's like
I don't think if you can go deep inside. Because you're saying that your goal or none of these people said that, but you yourself said that you value life. And you'd rather kill someone so that you save 5, but you're not ready to kill yourself to save those 5.
if you give me 3 seconds, that's my answer. I'm being honest. If you give me more time, then maybe I can.
There's
think
no
about
maybe.
it.
You have only 5 seconds to jump. Less probably.
Yeah, so in 5 seconds, I'll probably freeze and wouldn't be able to do anything. So I'll be alive.
Yeah. So what's interesting about this is the person, like the one person we have to kill. To
But
save
his
5
situation doesn't say that, right?
No, this does make it interesting. Is that every single person falls in between the person we don't know and ourselves, as far as how personally we're attached to them. So like it's pretty easy to kill the person we're not attached to at all. This like faceless black, pink suited person.
Definitely,
And then
I
this is
agree
where
with
person
that.
most attached to. So this is where everything this is where if this is a real life thing, it would get way more complicated, obviously, because every single person we would see on that bridge would fall somewhere in between
What if
us.
someone
Yeah.
on
Would
the
fall
bridge
somewhere in between
is,
us and that person.
What if someone
Yeah, I
on the
wanna-
bridge is your parents?
Yeah, that's what I'm going
That's
to
the
just
thing,
say.
yeah.
That was about to say. So
Would
we
you
all
kill
said,
yourself or you would kill your parents?
Yeah, I will kill myself.
I would
Without
kill my
any
parents
fucking.
because they would want me to live. They're 40 years ahead of me, or 30, or 30.
This is so
35.
true.
They would, if you ask any parent, they'd probably
Yeah,
But
probably
my
if it was
parents
my
love me.
kid, if it was my kid, I would definitely. Jump.
absolutely.
There's okay,
yeah.
so here's a scenario, and then we can probably wrap this up soon. But like,
See, that is so
the
interesting right
situation.
now because now comes the culture part.
Okay, so here's
Yeah.
the thing. I was waiting for the bus with my friends. My friends left, or like I was like, "Yo, the bus stop is here," and they're like, "No, the bus stop's over there." And my silly butt was like, "No, I'm staying here because I know the bus is coming here." And they left, and then the bus went to their stop naturally, and I was like, "Shoot!" And I was running to catch it, and I caught up with them, and they let the bus go. And I was like, "Guys, why did you not take the bus? This was my fault.
Yeah.
This is my fault. Take the bus. Don't make me feel bad for making you guys miss the bus."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And so
They would have definitely jumped in front of the bus for you.
I know. I'm like, guys,
If they're
I'm
gonna
not-
stay there so you don't feel bad, because they went ahead of you.
They could have get on a
You're
bus and
definitely-
ask questions until you.
Exactly. I'm like, guys, you guys need to be. I mean, this
They
was my
had only
fault.
3 seconds to decide.
Yeah, and they chose wrong, and I felt bad for them because I was like, this is my fault.
I
And
don't
now,
think if they chose wrong.
really?
No, because they gave you value.
Yeah,
I mean that's
if they,
nice. But
if they
at
were
the same
strangers,
time,
you know,
at
like
the same time,
they would have left.
I.
You should be proud of that.
Stupid
That is
guy.
nice. It was nice, but at the same time,
I
it
would
put
have probably
it put
go.
the fault on me, you know, and I
Yeah.
I didn't want that.
I would
See,
probably
but
go.
but that is just a bus
I
situation, man. Buses come and go after every 5 minutes.
No, some buses go in every 30 minutes.
This one was blue.
Yeah, it's the same
You know,
train.
Blue is every.
at 10 p.m.
Oh, 10 p.m.
Yeah.
It's like it's 10 p.m. and then the next one's 10:30.
Yeah.
And
But the thing
morning
is-
is every 15 minutes.
It was from Lincoln Way to Freddie Court. So, I mean, it's an annoying walk, but it's not awful.
There's a lot of buses from Lincoln Way to Freddie.
Yeah.
21,
I mean, not
Red,
all of them work.
6
until
Brown,
10
21.
Yeah. But this is 10 p.m.
25 gold. I think.
Wow, that was a good podcast,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah. We can talk about buses another day.
Absolutely.
All right, for Thomas Galloway.
Evan Isbell.
Barat.
Noah Galloway.
Bahar skipped their last name.
Everyone have a great night.